What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Sunday night forecast, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Stock Sniper Trading. Guys, this is where we do our weekly analysis. Sunday nights, we look at the daily time frames on a lot of major pairs, guys. We get our analysis done. We get ready for trading. Last week, guys, we had an amazing week. Amazing week last week. A lot of the snipers made some good pips, learned a lot last week. There were some lessons learned. So, guys, it was a very productive week last week. We're going to carry that forward into this week. So I just want to welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining me on Sunday night. My name is Ronnie from Stock Sniper Trading. My partner is Big Dave, and he'll be doing New York session this week, 8 a.m. Eastern all week. And I'll be in the sniper room, in the Zoom room all week with the snipers. We'll be scalping Tokyo sessions, and we'll be doing live webinars and things like that. So welcome everybody. Shout outs to Zed. First one here, welcome. Mohammed, what's up, bro? Marco, welcome. Eugene, what's good, bro? Guys, so just to give you guys, before we get into it, guys, we're not going to be scalping tonight. What we're going to be doing is our daily analysis. This is what we do every Sunday night. But before we get into it, just to get some things out of the way. Last night, guys, in the Sniper Zoom room, we have now, we'll have weekend crypto trading now because our broker provides for it for on weekends. So after the UFC last night, we got together with all the snipers and we started scalping Bitcoin here. We started at 1:30 a.m. Eastern. So this was where we took over, 1:30. It was kind of consolidating in this range, but it formed this symmetrical triangle that we identified. Once it broke the support there, it closed with volume below. We had a sell order, a sell trade idea with the group of all the snipers, and this is where Bitcoin dropped approximately 120 pips. And we caught the entire drop, and when we ended the call, it reversed. So a lot of the snipers after, they played the reversal and they got some bullish pips as it was going up. So that was last night in our sniper Zoom room where we scalp some cryptos on weekends. So if you want to be part of that, we'd love to have you guys on the team. So we'll go over all that at the end of the call, guys. But let's get it started, guys. So I threw a poll out there to the sniper group and to the YouTube group what you guys want to see tonight. So we'll get started, guys. It looked like it was unanimous with gold, but let me just see. I'll see the poll again and then we'll get started, guys. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody had a good weekend, and we're gonna get started, guys. Let me just see the poll, make sure everything looks good, and we're gonna get started, guys. But I gotta go first with the snipers. What do they want? What do the snipers want? What did they go for? Let's see. Okay, it looks like both are gold. So we'll get started, guys, with gold, and then we'll move to US 30, Nasdaq. We'll look at a few GBP pairs. Yeah, Bitcoin was awesome, Michael. We were scalping it last night. Bell, how are you? Good evening. Okay, guys, so let's get started. So I'm going to get started with gold, guys. We're going to do top down, okay, but we're looking at higher time frame, guys. We're looking at weekly, we're looking at daily. We're trying to get it set up where this thing could move this week. So we're going to go to I'm going to start off with my weekly candles just to see if I see any weekly moves. Okay, so this is the weekly chart on gold. If you guys aren't familiar with it, if you guys have never charted weekly candles, what this represents is each one of these individual candles is an entire week of trading. Okay, so but it gives us a lot of information on a real higher time frame to see what happened. So we all know gold's all-time high was up here, 2075 up here in August. The week of August of 2020, okay? But since then, weekly, it's been coming down, forming these lower lows, lower highs. We broke here. When we broke that weekly support there at 1790, that's when we got the further push down on gold. But you can see we're creating a base right there. You see that triple bottom? This wick, and this wick. We got a triple, okay? So they wicked it out at around 1680, approximately around there. So that was good. You can tell that this is weekly, this is monthly support, this is gold 1680 what's holding it, okay? and we came back up. This was a nice rally, a nice push, but we couldn't attempt to get back up to 1960s. So it created a lower high on the weekly. And then again, lots of supply up here, supply zones. They pushed gold down, but you can see now here it formed a higher low. We didn't revisit down here. A little bit of a pullback, and then we have now our weekly supply rate up here. There was one candle that pushed real far down that week, but then it recovered, it came back up, pushed, but you see that was not enough volume to break up here. We were all watching the 1834 break. We were watching it live. We had trade ideas if it would break, everything. So you can tell up here, guys, on gold, right up here. This is a weekly resistance. These are weekly candles. That week we couldn't break it. This week we attempted to break it. We couldn't. This week we tried to break it. We couldn't. Then it went bearish. All of this momentum, all that big liquidity grab down there, pushed up this hammer candle, as little spin top. We continue bullish. That was not enough momentum to break through there. Then next few weeks, this is now. So this is the month of September. You can see gold came down right here this week to 1786. We were plotting this every Sunday night. If it would break here, where it would come down, we were plotting that 1750, and then we also had the push down to right here. So last week, how low did we get down to? 1737. Okay, that's our low. This is our weekly candle right now that's starting. Are we going to come back up and start to fill the wick, or is this going to be weekly pressure pushing down again on gold, and we're going to break 1737, and then we'll revisit 1723? We could possibly come down to there. If we lose 1737, 1730 is our next area, then you can see these daily wicks right down here, 1723. Okay, so this is a heavy supply area, and then we have a weekly demand area. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get to our daily time frame, and then we're going to make some sense of this. Okay, so do you guys understand what gold is doing? That's, you want to know overall what's going on, and then you can start to get into your lower time frame trading. So welcome everybody. Thank you guys. 30 viewers. I appreciate you guys on a Sunday night. If you guys can just like the channel, guys, if you guys are getting good value out of this, I do appreciate it. It helps with the channel to trend, and it allows more people who are interested in learning about trading, live trading or education. It helps them get in here and learn with us. Okay, guys. So this is now the daily time frame. Okay. So we're going to get in there as well. Just one second, guys. I just got to send out a few links to the group. Okay, guys, so this is the daily. So the last few weeks when we've been analyzing this, we saw this consolidation zone, and it broke out a little bit, but then it got held up here. So we can see now we've got supply on the daily up here. Okay, so that was our most recent high up here, but I like to stay with the volume. So roughly around 1804, good supply up there. These were little impulse breaks up there, but volume closed below. Then they pushed it down. Okay, so when we broke this area, you could see that this is a tight consolidation area, and that's where we broke last week. Okay, when we were doing this, we had this identified, this whole area. This was the accumulation distribution area on gold on the daily, right in here, all in here, this zone right here. Then this day, September 16, we broke with heavy daily volume, broke, and we cleared all these lows. And then it was just going right down to where I identified this yellow line. That was like my weekly area. You can see the dailies poked through it, but I'll adjust this. I just wanted to see where we have the strong weekly support. And then we had a little bit of a rally last week. Okay, it bounced off the bottom. Gold pushed up all the way back up to here to 1786, but we couldn't break it. Okay, so we have now supply zone up here, resistance on the daily, and then it pushed down further. We broke and we closed down here. So that was the previous daily support. Now we have new support that we're going to be trading this week right here. So guys, this is good analysis. So when you want to learn how to scalp the markets, you kind of know your trends. Last night when we did Bitcoin, we started doing Bitcoin around 130. We did a huge top-down analysis because a lot of traders weren't used to trading Bitcoin. They might be new to it. So we walked them through what Bitcoin was doing leading up until where we started trading it. And we identified a big area where there was going to be a big bearish move if we closed down there with volume, and we caught it. And we had the precise entry. It dropped for 100 plus pips, 120 approximately, 110, and it was a beautiful drop. Everything was just coming down perfectly. The daily candle broke. The 4-hour candle was coming down heavy. It was closing in the last 30 minutes very heavy. The hourly candle, and we got it into the 15 and 5s, and then we caught the symmetrical triangle break, guys. Oh, no worries. If you missed us on YouTube this week, don't worry. Get us on this. Make sure you're zoned in on this week. Okay, don't miss too many weeks with us, guys. You're gonna miss out on pips, guys. Okay, so gold down here. This is Friday. We came down. The volume never closed below here, 1742. So that's good. So it did break a little bit, 1739, but the volume closed above there. So today we can see it's developing into a bullish daily candle already. Okay, it's still early, but you can see today's candle daily. It continued off of Friday's close. It gapped down a little bit to 1748 right there. So that's our low today. This is today's low right here. They've already established it, and we've been pushing off of it. So when it came to 1748, we've had buyers come in on gold. So what we're looking to do now is try to get above this previous resistance line right here, 1753 and a quarter. We're possibly going to break through this, and our next level we're trying to get to tonight is 1757.60. Maybe we'll get it on this call, guys, where you'll maybe see it develop on this call. But that could be our next move on the daily, where it wants to go Friday's high and test it. Maybe it's got some nice bullish momentum to test Friday's high. Okay, does that make sense, guys? We want to test the most previous high. It got up there on Friday, so now if we come with some more volume, it's already built a higher low from Friday, so we might have some nice buying volume, and we'll test Friday's high, and if it gets rejected, maybe we're going to pull back down to this level, 1753 and a quarter, because this will be support now. And if we can break here, then next area we'd look to go to on the daily is 1764 area. Right up here, okay? Guys, and I get to your chat as much as I can. Erzan, how are you, brother? Welcome, my Albanian brother. Good to see you, bro. Theo, welcome, bro. T2P present, waiting for these. Yep. Zayad, is there music in the background? Yes, I got a few little beats in the background. You know, if it's distracting, let me know, guys. It's not too loud, but it just helps me. You know, so as long as the music isn't distracting you guys, let me know, okay? I just got a little bit of beats in the back. It's chill beats, guys. Don't worry. Okay. And on the daily, do we see any type of patterns, or do we see any supply zones or anything on the daily? So what I like to do is I'm setting up daily charts, guys. Okay. So, you know, I'm not looking to scalp tonight right now. We'll see what happens later. But Pedro, we won't be looking at Coty. Okay. So we're not looking at that right now. Thank you. Okay, guys, so right up here, now I'm going to get into supply and demand zones, okay? Supply and demand zones are critical to identify as a trader, okay? It's where there's order blocks of buys and sell orders, where market makers are accumulating volume, they could be fulfilling contracts. That's where all transactions are happening. So as traders, we need to identify these areas along with support and resistance, and this helps us to understand if demand comes up there and there's more supply, then it will possibly get rejected and come back down. If it starts having a lot of demand at the supply zone and we have more demand, then we're looking to break through there bullish. So I can see right now on the dailies above here, this level, there's lots of supply up here. So what I do is I come up here And I do this on all time frames, guys. We did this on Bitcoin last night. We got it. We got the supply and demand zones right down to the 5 minutes. So we caught the breakdown. So this is a supply zone. I'm gonna make it red. Okay. See how it's red? Red means supply. Okay, makes sense. And I'll even write in here supply. Guys, we do Sunday nights our weekly forecast, but it's also education, guys. I can provide you guys with a little bit of nice education to help you guys understand this, okay? So do you guys understand that that's a daily supply zone? Why is it a daily supply zone, you ask? Okay, because we had a daily bullish candle right here on September 21st. It pushed. It was a big green candle. It was very big. It came all the way up to here. But remember, these are daily candles, so we got to wait for the entire candle to close. It's a 24-hour candle. It didn't close with all that volume up there. It pushed down and it closed right here at 1775. Next day, we have another continuation candle. There was bullish momentum. It made a higher high from the previous candle, and we got up to here, 1787 area. That's why I have it identified. But when it got up there, the end of the day, they pushed it back down and they closed it below this area, 1775 again. Next day, it was right here. We went in there, but now it's making a lower high and got rejected. Then you have a lot of bearish momentum because now this is a supply zone. Okay, you can see that there's a lot more supply than there is demand, and they pushed it down. How low did it get down to? Well, it came down to here and here. So now this is going to be a daily demand zone right now. And we can also, as price starts coiling up even tighter, we can get new support and demand zones. But as of now, I'm going to go green on this. Okay, this represents demand, guys, represents buyers. Gold buyers are down here. Okay, unless this breaks and closes below, then we're going to see where gold is going to drop, where I identified maybe 1730, 1723 on the daily. If we maybe this week we might consolidate, bounce around in this area, but the big break on gold will be up here. If we can get above 1778, then we could possibly come right back up to 1800. But right now, you see what kind of zones we're making right now. Okay. And then I'll identify, I can also get inside here and identify even tighter zones, okay? Jacob, welcome, bro. Jacob is one of our admins here, so our moderators. So guys, and he's one of our gold analysis guys. He's amazing gold, so maybe he can, Jacob, you can throw in here, but I'm just doing gold right now on the daily. Just getting the supply, the resistance zones, and things like that, and just breaking it down where this thing could go. Welcome, Dominic. How are you, brother? Brooklyn in the house. Okay, guys. And overall, we know that gold has been bearish since up here, since we hit up here, 1830s, 1834. It's been multiple times we tried to break up there. Believe me, we were waiting for volume to close up there because if it did, the next day it was going to go to 1845 for an easy 100 pips, but it's not happening. So candles are telling us a story. It came down, we consolidated in here. There was a little pull, a little higher swing high here, but it got engulfed bearish and then came down. So we went down. This breaking here is a new lower low on the daily. Another swing high, another bullish rally, but it's just a pullback. Over here, we have now our supply zone that we just identified, and it's a lower high from over here and over here. So you can start to draw a daily trend line. You can start to see it visually. You can start to see it here. I'll change the color, guys. Okay, purple. That's the daily, see the downtrend, okay? Every time it touches, it breaks. It comes down. Consolidate, another tap, gets rejected, bearish engulfing candle. Another pullback, touches, rejected, bearish candle, okay? So we're going to see now this week, is it going to come up bullish and rally and try again to tap it and possibly break through it, or is it going to get rejected? What if it gets rejected right around here and then continues to come down with heavier selling pressure? Then you can start to draw a trend with these candles right here, this candle, this candle, and this candle. You can start to see that it's forming a downtrend within a trend. Okay, so it's good to identify these things, guys. Don't always just look at this line. That's your overall. But these things, if it starts getting rejected here and then in tonight, tomorrow, you can start to connect maybe a trend like this. And then what you're looking for is this buying volume to get exhausted, and then you're looking for a bearish candle to come in here and start coming down and attempt to break this demand zone. If we break here on the daily, then this is what we're looking for. We're looking for like a move coming up here, then it will break. Let me just get rid of this one. Where it comes up to here, might test here again, and then you're looking for that break right there. And it will possibly come back to test this area for resistance now because it's not a demand zone, and then hopefully it breaks right there. But we're not even close to there right now, so we got to see what's going to happen on the daily with this candle. Right now it's bullish, it's moving bullish. Okay, so it can possibly come up to here, and just now we look for a little bit of, do we see some consolidation? Any areas where we had some sideways trading action and things like that, where we see some areas of significance? We can see in here, volume was trapped inside here, there is a volume in here. So if you really want, what you could do is, if you're looking for trade ideas and things like that within, and then you can move to the 4-hour candles, is you can kind of trap some volume inside here. And we're going to use this as an accumulation distribution zone. And then if we can break through here, I could potentially look for buys up here, 1764, to possibly come back up to the supply zone and test the trend line up here. And I'll follow that candle, and then I'll scale down to 4-hour candles, hourly, 15, 5 minutes, and then I'll start looking for some nice bullish entries. But if it comes up here, again, this is where it came and got rejected right there. So this candle could very well come up here and get rejected, or maybe it gets even, starts to get pulled down right here and forms a lower high and starts to reverse. Then in that case, I'd be watching for the break down here. And like I could already start to set up some daily targets and like trade ideas right now, but I would be looking more if gold can start to get over closer to this area in here for the move. Still early in the week, guys, very, very early. But if I was looking for a nice buy on gold, like right now, setting up my charts. But as the days go on, guys, I move these, okay? So obviously I'm looking for a buy above a supply area. If it can break the trend, it can move up there, not just an impulse candle. Like I'm talking, we break through there, and then we close with some volume up in this area, and maybe we get a retest down here, and we have more buyers, and we could push up here. We could come and retest all of this consolidation area. If gold starts to go bullish, maybe come back here, and then we can get back to 1800 plus. Okay, so that's what I would be looking for. But as the candles today, tomorrow, if I start to see them consolidating in here, and then what I do is, just like I do with my lower time frame, I could start to move this and start trapping the price even lower. If I start to see some consolidation, then maybe I'd be looking for some buys over here. But I'm a price action trader, so I watch what the price action is doing, and I allow the trades to come to me. I don't chase trades. That's one thing that we do here at Stock Sniper Trading. We don't chase. Okay, there's no FOMO here. We allow the trades to come to us. It's sometimes that's very difficult for people to understand, but we are patient, we are disciplined. That's why we've lasted in the game for a long time, and that's what we're sharing the knowledge with you guys. There's no reason to chase trades, guys. The markets are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're trading Bitcoin, if you're trading crypto on weekends, okay? You're always going to get opportunities to trade. And then if you get into the 5-minute frame, the 15-minute time train, you're getting a lot of candles, a lot of looks, so you don't need to just jump in at any time. You want to see a trend on an overall higher time frame, and then you trade with it. It makes it trading a lot easier. Then you're not counter trading as much. If you know what the trend is, you're going along with the trend. Okay, and then if we start to break below areas, okay, the way how I'm going to set up this daily is I'm not going to wait for gold to come up to 1780 for a buy up there. I want to see what's going to happen over here. So that's just this is where I know there's going to be a big break up there. If we can get above that supply zone, we tried once, twice, we couldn't three times. I know if we start to get some volume up there, there's going to be some big whales buying up there, and we could potentially push it to 1800 plus. And then also down here, if gold breaks the demand zone down here, then we could expect to come down to, I already looked, 1730 is the next like daily. I can start to look at the daily candle, 1730, then 1723, and then back down to here. But that's still far away. We're talking about 1737, okay? But I know that there will be the big push down if we close with volume down there. What I'm looking at now, guys, is what's going on inside here, okay? So this was a supply zone up here. This was supply, then it turned into demand. So I can identify this area as well, right up here. Now price is below it, okay? So that would be a red supply area, okay? And I'm gonna get rid of this white box. Okay, so this used to be a supply zone. I'm talking over here, September 17. When September 17 came up here, it got rejected. September 18, September 20, this is the Monday. It came up here and it closed below. So that was a supply zone. Then it pushed through. This bullish candle on September 21st broke that supply zone and it came up there and established a new supply up there. But this now was a demand zone. Now it flips. When you go flip from here, where the price is, this would flip to demand now. And then you see how it holds there. It came down, it held. Once here, this was demand broke, it came all the way down there. Now price is below it. So this is still a supply area, okay? Now, do we see any other type of demand area? Yes, there was a demand area over here at the same date, September 16, 17, and 20. This was a demand area. Why? Because I'll show you. So when I say it was a demand area, I go green. Buyers were there. Why? Because when the price came through here, it came down very bearish, but then they pushed up the volume and they closed it right there. This is a pin bar candle. It opened, came bullish to our supply area. See, it's red, and then came down, pushed, but they closed it with some little thin body buying volume above the demand zone. Next day, pushed down, a lot of selling pressure, came to our demand zone down here. This is where we are right now. They pushed it up and it closed with volume. That started that move up there, okay? So you see how now we're following the volume. We're following the volume. Right now, we're breaking through. This is a supply zone, okay? So I go red. This is right now. It was supply. Now you see the green candle now, today's candle, is a bullish candle breaking through the supply zone. So we may have momentum to get back up to 1757 tonight on this call, okay? Maybe we'll get it up there. Maybe during London session, maybe gold pushes up there, and then we'll see what happens. So if I'm looking for some trades, what I would look for, like over here, I'd look for possibly a trade idea, a buy above this supply area, and that's going to be roughly 1766.50 area. I could look for a buy up there. Okay, but what I want to see in the next few days is I want to see like gold possibly push here, maybe gets rejected and it forms a lower high, and then we pick up a little bit more volume where it comes up, picks up a higher low, and then maybe we can right there have that push, break out, close above there. Now this will turn to a demand zone. Once it turns into a demand zone, we look for entries on a lower time frame, and then we could possibly push up to here, the next supply. Hopefully it's got some nice potential volume, a little bit of a scale back, and then it goes up to there. Okay, that's the type of move we're looking for on the daily for the bullish move of gold. Right now it's pushing, guys. It's pushing. Okay, gold is pushing right now. And then a potential sell, if it comes up here, remember, okay, this is a counter trading, okay? This is a pullback on gold. Remember the overall daily trend on gold is creating lower highs and lower lows, okay? If this comes up here and it fails and then it comes back down, then it will come down to this demand zone. And then what I would be looking, if it breaks below there, is I could be looking for a potential sell entry. If it comes back and then it closes down here, I could look for a sell coming down to here, possibly down to the demand zone, and if it breaks, this is where it could come down to, okay? So I would be looking at that area where it's around 1751. And then right below us is that psychological 1750. And you know what happens when we break 1750. This thing can drop like you seen last week where it was. Okay, so this is kind of like my analysis, but I want to see how this candle is going to form. It's early Sunday night right here, so we'll see how this candle forms. So this is gold, guys. Do you guys have any input on gold? What do you guys think? Are you guys bullish this week on gold, or are you guys bearish on gold? What do you guys think? You're bullish? Let's see what's going to happen. Bulls, I see some bulls there. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to move to US 30. We're going to move to the Dirty 30. This was another popular one in the poll, guys, that the sniper team had and the Telegram group. So we'll be checking out this, guys. If I can just get you guys to like the channel, guys, please. It helps with trending, guys, and gets other traders who want to learn about trading and charting and technical analysis and things like that. It can get in their playlist, and we can help grow this channel together. So thank you, guys. I'd like to see there. So bearish according to the day trend, bullish to, yeah, bullish. I see short-term bullish, long-term bearish. Yeah, that's Jamal never trade gold. No, we scalp gold here. So we scalp everything. Jacob, let me hear you, bro. If gold breaks 1760, it could rise to 1770 to 1775 to fill some imbalances. Yep. Yeah, it could. But we'll watch it, guys. We'll watch it. We watch on the dailies. And then we scalp it, guys. We scalp inside, so we know where it could move. But I'm just showing you guys a little type of move where it could go. So this is the trend line, daily trend line. This is a supply zone. This is another supply zone. So the red areas are supplies. Then we have some demand down here. This is reaching a previous supply zone, but we're breaking out of it. So guys, it looks pretty good that gold maybe will come up to just under 1758. And then if you really go down to a lower time frame, you can really see how it's coming. Okay, guys, so now we're going to move to US 30, guys. This is the Dirty 30, okay? So this is it right now. So let's see. I'm going to go to a fresh chart, guys. If you guys have any questions on gold, let me know, okay? We're going to move on to US 30 right now, okay? So this is US 30, the Dow Jones on the daily, okay? So up here, guys, this was its all-time high, okay? Up here, 35,630. We pushed down from there. This was a big drop, okay? We thought this mid-August correction right here, a little bit of a healthy pullback, and buyers came in, took it up, right back up to here, but it didn't have enough momentum to break the all-time high. So up here, when we hit 35,530, you can see it's a lower high from the all-time high. Okay, so they've established a lot of supply up there on the daily. Okay, lots of supply up here. This is a heavy supply area. See all of these candles. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles. 10 days of trading could not break 35,530 area. So it's safe to say this is a daily supply area. If you want to draw like the supply zone, this is kind of what I do. You know, everyone's different. They got different ways of doing it, different techniques. But I just draw like this, a little supply zone. And if price wants to come back up here, like this week, you know, if US 30 is pushing, what is our bias, guys? What do we think is going to come up there? Is it going to come up there for the 11th time? And is it going to get rejected and then come right back down? That could happen, you know? Or is it going to have enough momentum? Maybe now this bullish pressure, maybe it's going to come up, maybe it attempts to hit, maybe a little bit of a pullback, gets a more higher low, we try to break it, it gets rejected, but it's a higher low maybe, then we have enough momentum to break, we could possibly go for a new all-time high, you know? Who knows what could happen, we don't know, but we'll see up there, but that's a heavy supply area. If price ever came up there, my bias would be to short it, because I'm just going back looking what happened here, unless the candle's coming with some heavy volume and it's breaking through there. Then my bias will change real fast. But I don't just sit on the daily candles. We scale down to the 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute. We can even get into the 1 minutes, and then we see exactly where the price is going to go. Now, so just right now, what happened when we got up there? So this was an area of consolidation, guys. You know, when you trap and gap and you use our techniques and things like that that we show you guys, that would have been a trap up there. And let me just go right here. Guys, I know I'm going a little bit slower tonight, but there's a lot of good education too, guys. So it's not always just about, guys, understand what's going on here. Believe me, just understand what is going on here. Pay attention if you can, okay? This was an accumulation distribution area where market makers were fulfilling orders on US 30. Lots, I'm talking millions and trillions of dollars are accumulating in here for the next move. The move could have been bullish, breaking out and went all-time highs, but they pushed it down, very bearish. This is a bearish engulfing candle that took out, pretty much cleared everything in this entire zone right here. The volume closed below, which gave us a couple pullbacks. See the wicks coming up to here, to here, to here. Because now when you break an area of support, a demand zone, now it becomes an area of resistance or a supply zone. Okay, does that make sense? So this used to be a demand zone. Watch. Used to be. I'm talking back here. Okay, remember, candles tell us a story. What happened in the past, it's in the present, and now it's up to us to predict where it's going to go in the future. That's what we do as scalpers. Okay, so this, back over here, this was a demand zone. This was a resistance zone. Price is just accumulating inside supply and demand. Eventually, there's going to be a move. There's going to be a move. Where does price action move? 3 directions. It's either going to trade inside the supply demand zone, accumulation distribution. They'll continue to accumulate volume, or it's going to break out bullish up here, or it's going to break down bearish. 3 directions. Think about it. Logical sense. Where else is price going to go? Trade inside here, break out, or break down. Very simple. Now, when price breaks down and below, this is not a demand zone anymore. See, now price is below it. This now we got to flip to a red color. This is now a supply zone, okay? And the price is reaching it. US 30 is trying, okay? We broke down, and then look, it made some support right here on the daily. Do you guys see here? Visually, you guys can see what the candles are telling you guys, okay? It came down, it broke through, couple retests. For all the daily traders, where are you guys? All the daily guys that want to swing in position and hold US 30 for a week and this and that and collect 1,000 pips. This is how you do it, okay? If you guys want to learn this style, we'll teach you this style. We're not just scalpers. We are professional candlestick price action traders. You got to understand that. Once you understand the characteristics of one candlestick, how they move, you can trade whatever time frame you want. That's all personal preference. We can trade daily candles, but you got to understand what's happening here. So then here you would get into a sell, you place your stop loss, you could place it maybe 50% of this bearish candle, you can place it above the accumulation distribution box that you identified, you can place it above the supply zone. That's all according to you when whatever your account risk management. Not everybody has an account like me, not everybody has an account like someone else, everyone has different accounts. So you got to understand, $100 account is different from the way $1,000 account trades, and is different from a $10,000 account, and is different from $100,000 accounts. There's levels to this, okay? Meek Mill made that song. There's levels to this, okay? That's how it works. You got to know your role. You got to stay in your own lane, guys, when you're trading. A $1,000 account can't be trading with heavy lot sizes, okay? You can't. It's just stay in your lane. A micro nano lot size can't be trading with heavy lots. You got to stay in your lane. You got to trade with those lots until you learn how to do this. Accumulate pips, guys. Have a goal, 10, 20, 30 pips a day consistently. Can you do this? Can you do this? Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday. Yes, you're going to take losses here and there, but you got to mitigate your losses. You got to control your losses so that you can keep going, compounding those pips. That's how you do it, guys. If you want to be a trader, I know that's why 95% fail, because they fail to do this. They over leverage their accounts. They get reckless. Guys, if you want the 5% that continue to do this, they trade with proper risk management. They know their role, they know their lane, they know what they're trading, okay? That's what we're stressing to our snipers, and that's why we're seeing so much success what they're accomplishing. It's unbelievable, guys. So we're very, very proud of everybody, what they're doing in such a short amount of time, guys. And the future is just going to get even brighter for you guys. Just trust the process, continue to stay in your lane, and just do what you're doing, okay? And so right here, I get off task, guys. I get off task once in a while, but sometimes it's real talk, guys. Some people got to hear real talk and no bullshit, you know. So once in a while, some good real talk. It's got to come out, guys. That's what we are. We're mentors, you know. We take this role serious. We want to see you guys be successful. If this is what it's needed, we got to give it to you guys. We got to give you the truth, you know. Some people you got to handle the truth, okay? Put your ego aside, guys. Put the ego aside. There's no get rich quick in trading. But once you learn this, then you can start accumulating some wealth. Okay. What happened to US 30? So you see now I've already identified a supply area. Okay. And price is close to there. Okay. But I can start to see another supply area, like right around here. When price was over here, see where it came down, volume close, volume close, volume close, volume close, a wick down. What's this? This is another supply zone, okay? So you see how I can start to trap this a little bit tighter and tighter and tighter, and I can start to see what the price is doing. So right in here, see this bullish candle? Okay, this is today's candle. It wants to attempt to break this previous supply area. If it breaks, where is it going to come up to? Possibly this wick right here, 35,043. This is where it could come to. Tonight, pre-London, this session, it could possibly come up to here. If this demand is breaking through a previous supply, where's it going to go? Possibly to fill the next daily wick, right there. Okay, and if we break above there, then we can possibly come up to our next supply zone. Here it is. This wick, 35,117. We can get up to 35,184 and up to here. We'll see what happens. What type of formation do you see forming here? Okay, I can see a pattern. Who's going to tell me what pattern they start to see right here forming? Let me know in the chat while I drink some coffee. Who's it going to be, guys? Let me know what pattern you're starting to see develop. Let me know, guys. Okay, Arzan, good. Okay, I see an inverse head and shoulder pattern, guys, okay? There's head and shoulder, which is the opposite pattern, the head and shoulder. This is inverse head and shoulder, okay? So the reason why it's inverse is the head is formed at the bottom. This is our left shoulder. Okay, so this is it right here where it was a peak held. This was a push down and it rotated right back up. So that formed our head. Now what we could be doing is finishing off the next daily candles that will finish off the right shoulder. And we know an inverse head and shoulder is a bearish to bullish reversal pattern. Okay, so that kind of makes sense with what's going on here. If we can break through here, then we could potentially see US 30 push up in this direction. Okay, and we do have news coming out this week that will affect the US dollar, it will affect the stock market, it will affect gold, so we'll see what happens. But right now on the daily bias is we've got an inverse head and shoulder forming on the daily. Where's a good area for me? Well, if I can see price get up to possibly break 35,000 psychological level, okay, and we get above there 35,034, we close up there on the daily, maybe that would be a good area because all of this volume now will come above 35,000 psychological level. Then what we do is this red area, this supply, we flip it to green. This will become our daily demand area. So we could possibly see a retest and push down and maybe pick up some, accumulate a little more volume, and it gives us enough momentum to break this area and then come right back in here. But this is also higher time frame, guys. You got to understand. Remember all-time high up here? It pushed down. When it came back up, this is all a lower high, okay? So this is a heavy, heavy supply area up here. If they push it up a little bit and it gets rejected here and it starts to come down, then all of this was just a pull back. It creates a lower high and then we could see it push down further, okay? So just keep that in mind. Not all of these patterns are 100%. They have a high probability of continuing in that direction, but no pattern is 100%, guys. You got to understand that. I know we spot them all day, but you have to follow the price action. None of this is guaranteed, guys. There's no 100%. But if it has a high probability, gives you a little bit more confluence, then maybe you feel more confident taking that trade, knowing that, as opposed to just guessing and getting in. But in no way, shape, and form am I saying that US 30 is just going to skyrocket just because of this candle. There's a lot going on up here that you need to understand what's happening up here as well. Yes, this is forming off of a nice little pullback. It came right here. This was a bearish daily candle on September 24. We held 34,600, a whole number, guys, and it pushed up. They pinned it and they pushed it up. Now we're rotating right off of it. Look, they even gapped up today's candle. Did you guys see that? If you guys look here, when the market opened tonight, see where it closed on Friday, 34,818. Look at where they gapped it up, 833. They gapped it up 15 pips, guys. Okay, do you see that? That's a Sunday gap up. Okay, they gapped up the open, and it's pushing above this wick and this wick. So it's coming up, guys. It wants to clear right now here. 34,962. Who's trading this right now, guys? We can get into scalping, but so next area we're going to identify, here is my supply area. It's pushing. I want to see this thing close up here, okay? This is a heavy candle, but it's still early in the day. Let's see what's going to happen. But if I want to trade this, oh man, I'd be jumping to my 1 hour candle analysis, my 15 and my 5s, and I'd be grabbing pips like crazy right now, okay? But this is Sunday night forecast, guys. A lot of guys like this education, 82 viewers, guys. Come on, let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get 100 viewers in here. Come on, it's Sunday night. Help a brother out. This is what we do in appreciation. Just help the channel, help it grow organically. A like, a subscribe if you're new here. That's all we ask for in return. Gold is pushing heavy, yeah. So what I would be doing, guys, I could look for like a daily trade idea up here. If we can break up here and close in this area, I could be looking for a daily trade on US 30, maybe get it up to this area, potentially back up to here, if it wants to push up there. But if it rotates back down, it creates a lower high, and it rotates back down, then what we're going to look for is the pullback. Where could it pull back to? Let's see. Do we see any candlesticks that show some significance that we got to look at? Okay, right in here. You got a little bit of a continuation down there. If it was to break below here, like come back and retest this level, then we could look for it to hit this support, break, and then we'd see it drop. So what I would do is I could potentially, if it starts to pull back, it taps up there and then it starts coming down bearish, I could possibly look for on the daily a break right there. Maybe it will come down to this wick, breaks there, it'll come down to this wick, and then potentially down to there. Okay, so 34,770. And above here, 35,050 area, that psychological level. And we'll see if it can finish off the right shoulder and continue moving a little bit, or it starts to get rejected up here, because we got to respect this area. Got rejected, rejected. But this is a big bullish candle, guys. So like if you go to your 5-minute candles, you can start to see the move that it's doing. Okay, look at all, it's creating higher highs and higher lows, and it consolidated in here, they dropped it, picked up liquidity, and just continued to go. You guys are showing gold right now, gold. Yeah, gold, look at gold, okay? Gold is pushing heavy, guys. Okay, why is gold pushing heavy? Remember we just did our daily? We showed the daily candle. It was moving up and to engulf the previous wick. That's already happening. So now gold potentially can come up to 1764, guys. We might have enough momentum today that this candle wants to continue to move, and it could come up to our next supply area, 1764 on the daily. Okay, so you see how it's came down, formed a higher low right here at 1748, and pushing up. It's already testing Friday's wick, the high, and we're making a new higher high on the daily on this little trend right here. Okay. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Okay. So this is what I did for US 30, guys. Hopefully, and then see up here. So this was the consolidation area. You can carry this area forward with you. Okay. It's an area of where price action was consolidating. It could very well come up there and consolidate again up there. Okay. So that's why I carry this with me forward. And this is what I'm looking at. Is there any questions, guys, on gold or US 30? Because I'm going to move on to NASDAQ now. Good job, guys, if you guys are trading and you guys are profiting right now. But I'll give you guys the higher time frame, what's going on the daily. And if you guys are scalping inside, get your pips, guys. Get your pips. Pip and dip, guys. Pip and dips. That's what we do here. Okay, so NASDAQ. NASDAQ, guys, I charted this a while ago, okay? And you can see it looks pretty much exactly like US 30. But what's happening now is, look, this was a previous supply area, and now it's breaking out. So as soon as you see it retest there, it's coming up bullish. Where does NASDAQ want to move right now? NASDAQ potentially wants to move on the daily right up here. See this high? That little doji candle? Why doesn't it want to test up there? Maybe it wants to test up there. August 25th, that doji candle got up there before it started this little pullback, and then the bullish engulfing candle continued the rally, but it got rejected there. So this is where right now NASDAQ wants to move to, guys. 15,400, okay? 30 pips from now, okay? I could go into maybe like I could go right now, drop down to a lower time frame and start to look right here. NASDAQ is pushing, guys. Could push to 400 for an additional 30 pips. Santos made 1K. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Good job. But NASDAQ, guys. Okay, so let's get into this. So this was charted from last week, but I'll get you guys a new thing. We'll start. Okay. So what has NASDAQ been doing on the daily? Okay. It's all-time high. How high did we get up to? 15,700. We can all see all-time high up there, okay? We're very far away from it, okay? We don't even need to talk about all-time high, but it's nice to see. That's where it was. What happened when we were up there? Okay, it's established a supply area up there. We hit it a couple times. This is a hanging man candle, okay? This is a hanging man. Right here. What this candle was, it opened red, bearish, came all the way down on the daily, all the way down here. We almost engulfed this candle and this daily candle. It was very bearish, came down here, but picked up support right there. And then at the end of the day, it came up where there's a lot of buyers. But it finished as a hanging man. Okay, it looks like a hammer candle, but this is different. You got to understand what happened here with the volume. It opened bearish. A lot of selling pressure all the way down here, and then buyers pushed it up here, but it closed with still lots of red volume up here. And then the next day it opened with some pressure coming up from this wick, the buyers, and then they held it down right there. They pinned it, which was 693. It's a lower high from the all-time high. Then selling pressure continued down, coming down, filling the wick all the way down here. It broke and then made a new support area right here where we had buyers come in, push it up, close it here. Next day it came up, pinned it, lower high, and it's coming down as a shooting star candle, and then continuing lower highs and lower lows, push down. So you can see that NASDAQ was clearly in a daily downtrend, and then if you start, you can see the trend, okay, right there. Right now we're starting to break the daily trend with this candle right here, okay? I'm not gonna, you can put your candle right there if you want, but if you want to stick with the existing trend and trade accordingly, then we're having a trend break right now on today's daily candle. Okay, so just follow along with me, guys. And you see here, it came up, rejected, came up, rejected, came up, rejected, came up, rejected, came up, rejected. So what is this area, guys? 15,528, 530 area. This is a daily supply area. Okay, what I could do is, right now, draw my supply area. Okay, price might want to push up there. Okay, and also down here, I've got when it pushed down, they held it right there. There's my volume. That is my support level over here. But now, this is a resistance area. See, now we're tapping it. So we'll see here. This is a critical area for NASDAQ on the daily. We're breaking through the existing downtrend. Okay, and now it's attempting to break this resistance area on the daily. If it can break, we're going to come up to possibly, it could push up to 518 this week, okay, but it's not going to get there directly. It's going to make a stop here at 444, 15,444. That's the next daily move right here. Why do I identify this area? Because this is where the volume closed. This is where you got continuation, volume close, continuation, they close it below there. That's the area on the daily where it could move up to, okay? The bigger move on NASDAQ, yes. The way how I set up my charts is I could look for the big play up here, if it can get up there, and then we take it back up to here and possibly all-time highs, okay? But we are far away from there. So we got to start to analyze what's going on in here. Do you see any accumulation distribution anywhere, guys? Yes, I do see it. Hopefully you guys see it in here too. This is an area here where they accumulated and they distributed price in here. So I'll go white on this box. Okay, in here, see where they close the volume in here, volume. That's an area of significance. Look at all the volume that's in this area. Once it broke through, you got that move. If this can come up bullish and we break right through this area, then it could quite possibly come up to here. I could look for a buy area in here on NASDAQ, on the daily. $15,450. Okay. But if it starts to get rejected up here, okay, this could be a pullback, and then it starts to get rejected, and maybe it wants to come down. Okay, then we could anticipate that there's going to be a push down. We could use this as a supply area as well. Okay, you can see here, this was previous demand over here. Okay, so see how we do this? Well, this is how I do it. Not everybody does it like this, but this was a previous demand zone over here. Okay, so it was previous demand. So demand now turns to supply with the price under it. It's attempting to break it now. Okay. So we'll see. Can it move up here and get bullish? If not, if it starts to get rejected, okay, because it is a supply zone, what if it wants to make a lower high and then they continue to push NASDAQ down? Okay, it could push down. If it does, then we're looking for it to come down to this area. Okay, here was continuation right there. Here's continue. Look at how they pin it, guys. The candle came all the way down here and they pinned it right there. It retested right there. That's an area. So if it reverses, I'm looking for a sell order on the daily down here. Guys, these are trade ideas, okay? Trade ideas. I do these on all time frames. We do it with 5 minute when we scalp and things like that, okay? These are trade ideas. We are not licensed financial advisors, guys. This is all for educational purposes. You got to trade at your own risk, guys, but we help educate you guys, teach you guys about proper risk management and things like that. But help you educate you guys through these trade ideas, okay? And that's what these represent. This represents like a profit area, buy area. This represents a sell area if price comes down, okay? And then we apply stop losses as we get into the trade according to your R&R. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So far we're breaking the trend. Okay, it could come up, but we're coming up to this accumulation distribution zone, which was a previous supply area. Okay, so anything can happen. It's still early, guys. We're only 5-6 hours into this daily candle. There's still 19 hours left on it. Anything can happen. But when we identify these areas, it's good to know. So if I'm scalping NASDAQ, okay, I know it's a bullish daily candle. It's coming to a supply area. What I could do is I could go to my 4-hour candles. Okay, these are the 4-hour candles. And then the hourly candles. Right here, okay, so I can start to trade hourly candles. See, the hourly candles want to break above that key supply area. If I can see my hourly candles start to come up here and close, then I could take hourly trades. If I want to scalp, get inside and start scalping the inside on 5 minutes, okay, I've got all my zones, but I can start to scalp these. So if the 5-minute candles are coming up to this heavy supply area and they start getting rejected, then maybe they need to pull back a little bit. But if they have that volume to get up there, I could start to look for some quick trades up here. I know my yellow line right here is 15,384. That's my daily resistance. If it starts to get rejected there, maybe I look for a push down. If the 5-minute volume breaks above there, I look for a retest, and then I look to get into a buy, and then I could ride this up. But you see, it's been making a big move since the market opened. Here's our purple trend line. This was the trend line that we set, and you can see when it broke. You can even see the 5-minute trend when it broke tonight, right there. This is where they broke it, okay? It broke right there, and it went all the way up here. That's an impulse candle breaking out. If you miss it, this is a 3-bar play, guys. I'm going to do tutorials with all of our snipers and things like that. This is a 3-bar play, guys. This is a very good candlestick pattern to learn when you're in a rally, and we'll be going over all of this. The bullish move, and then you get some pause in here, and then you get the next push. These patterns are only identified on rallies, bullish and bearish rallies. Okay, it's a 3-bar play. You can make a good living by identifying these candles. They're really good, and we simplify everything for everybody. Okay. Okay, so back to the daily, guys, on NASDAQ. Looks like Sunday, there's some good volume tonight, guys. Good momentum, good trading tonight, guys. Normally Sundays, Tokyo session is pretty consolidated, pretty choppy, but yeah, there's some good moves happening, guys. So welcome everybody, guys. Let's see here. Okay, guys, brother, what's the length of your RSI for 5-minute scalping? The length, I keep it on 14 default. It oscillates between 0 and 100. I put a psychological 50 line right in the middle, 50. It helps me understand the strength, if it's bullish, bearish. Also, I look for breakdowns at that 50 line, but I keep it default 14. I've played around with it, putting it at 9. It's just too fast. I slowed it down. I put it at 21. It's too slow. But I feel comfortable leaving it at 14 default, but I don't just trade off of it. I just use it as confluence, guys. I'm a price action trader. I just use that just to judge momentum, strength, and also I look for divergence. NWG, what is the difference between Tokyo and New York session? Well, the times. Okay, so New York opens 6 a.m. Eastern, and then we trade also 9:30 a.m. Eastern is the Wall Street equities stock market open, and Tokyo right now is when the stock market is opening up across the world in Tokyo, Sydney. So it's the Asian session, and then we move. Then there's the London session, and then New York. They're the different sessions that you can trade, and that's where volatility is when these markets open. Eric, question, if you lock in now to your monthly plan, will price... Yeah, okay, guys, so if you're asking about that for the monthly plan, it's $1 a day, guys, for full mentorship. We do live Tokyo trading daily. We do live webinars. Last night, after UFC, we scalped Bitcoin, guys, live from 1:30 a.m. till 4 in the morning. We cut the 120 pip breakdown. That was fun, guys. There's a lot we get in with the Sniper Mentorship Group. You get the chat room, trade ideas, things like that. If you want to join, we'd love to have you guys. Right now, if you get in at the $29.99 for a limited time, you're grandfathered in for that price for as long as you stay with us. That will not change for you guys. And we're also having a boot camp coming up November 1st. All current members will be included in that. And yeah, we won't be changing that price. But when prices are subject to change, if you do quit or whatever and you do come back, then you'll be paying the new price. So we want to just grandfather that in to all of the snipers that want to start this journey with us. So we're just getting started, guys. We're developing an app too, so we got a lot of big things coming, guys. Okay, so this was NASDAQ, guys. And also NASDAQ, you can see a little bit of a pattern, okay? It's forming. If you look right here, here's your left shoulder. This could be your head. What it wants to do is maybe come up to this zone and finish off the right shoulder and could continue to go bullish. But the shoulder is over here, okay? 15,530. Right, we're down here now, 38. So we're still, if it starts to get rejected down here, then it will form a lower high shoulder, and its selling pressure could increase and start to come down, and then it comes right back down here, okay? Okay, so that's NASDAQ, guys. NASDAQ is bullish right now. It's following a nice bullish rally. This is kind of like a little morning star pattern over here. Now we're continuing to move. Guys, these are key areas for NASDAQ. So we did gold, we did US 30, NASDAQ. Let's move on to some currency pairs, guys. I'm going to do GBP, JPY. Okay, so if you guys want to follow me on your charts, I'm going to do GJ now. Okay, so this is the pound yen on the daily. Wild pair. But you guys love it. I'm more of a GBPUSD fan, but I trade anything, whatever it is. But I'm more of a fan of the pound dollar. So this one, what happened? Our most recent high was up here. Okay, that's our most recent high, the swing high. You see the high wick, 152.910. But what happened? It's over here. This is a lower high, okay? Lower high from over here. This is a lower high, lower high, lower high. So the overall momentum is bearish. The pound yen is dropping on the daily. But is it making lower lows? Okay, we can see, we identified on the top, yes, it's making lower highs. But what's going on the bottom? So if I like connect this to, you can connect, guys, if you want to connect the bodies, you can connect the bodies. If you want to connect the wicks, you can connect the wicks, whatever you want. That's all personal preference, whatever you want to do. If you're connecting it like that, then you got to treat these candles as like impulse candles. It tells you the range of where it broke out, but then the volume closed down here. Okay, so if you do, or you can do like two of them. Tomorrow's webinar, we're going to introduce TradingView platform, how to, all the different functions around it, how to use it, how to navigate around it, and we're just going to go into some charting tomorrow. So you could also do, if you want to get the wicks like this. So there's two ways of charting, okay? If you want to trap the volume or the overall range, that's all personal preference, guys. Or you can draw two of them. So then you know this is the extreme high, and then here's where the volume closed, and then you're following the volume, okay? Now we got to look on the bottom. Okay, we know from the top it's been pushing down. This was the most recent low. Okay, see where it pushed down. So that's our extreme low right now, 148.40 for the pound yen right there. But it came down, it tapped and came up. This is a morning star pattern. Okay, where you have a small indecision candle inside a bearish and bullish, and then it kind of extends a rally coming back up. Okay, and then you can see patterns, guys, all day. Do you guys see this M pattern? It came up, there's our peak 1, here's our neckline, there's our peak 2, double top, M pattern. It's coming down, here's where we break the neckline, and that's where it drops. Okay, guys, if you're pattern traders, you guys could identify this all day. When it broke right there, there's your candle coming down, bearish volume close, all down there. If you want to take the impulse candle, you can take that. If not, here's your retest candle. You look for it to come up, pin it, and then they drop it. It breaks the low wick, and then it's gone. Here's your 3-bar play that I just told you about, extending a rally. When you see these 3-bar plays, okay, where you have like a small indecision candle in between this, that, then you're looking for the extension. Okay, this is a daily 3-bar play. When you spot these on like 5 minutes, 1 minute candles, 15-minute candles are different, but this is a daily 3-bar bearish play. Okay, so you see how it extends down. Okay, so you can look for patterns, guys, while you're trading. Do we see any patterns while we're getting into our trades? You got to understand what's going on. Okay, so it came down, they pushed it down, but the low was right here. Okay, so they kind of saved it. So we don't have a lower low down here. If it breaks below here, yeah, then we're going to drop. And you can kind of start to see it breaking down a little bit, coming here. Here, it made a lower high, push down again. What happens up here? If this is the lower high supply area, we can start to see the pound start dropping this week. Okay, I see indecision on Friday, and we got a bearish candle. So when I'm starting to draw supply areas, I can see a ton of supply areas. They had one up here. That was a supply area up there. Okay, see where price could not break above it. On the daily, if it pumps up here, yeah, that would be a great buy up here. If we can pump up there, close with some volume up there, we could start to see a little rotation. Start to look for a buy up there. We could see this pair possibly get up to right here, and then we attempt to get up to 154.06. We attempt to get up to 155, and so on and so forth. But that's a supply area. If we can get volume up there, we'll push higher. But right now, what happened when it got up to the supply area? It pushed and they pinned it. Bearish engulfing candle come down, clear all of this volume, close below that key daily area I identified. And what happens? We get a couple retests. Here was one, pull up, shooting star candle. Next day, boom, drop. So what happened up here? This used to be a demand area, but now it's a supply area above here. Okay, but we see a type of pattern. Here could be a left shoulder, this could be forming the head, and then a right shoulder could be coming back up. But like I said, not all patterns are 100%. It could continue to come down. So what we got to do now is start to see the range of these candles. Friday, how low did we get down to? Because we might come down and test this area, 150.994. We've already opened as a bearish candle today. It came. How high did it get up to? What's today's range? Okay, not too much range. Okay, it's a small candle, but if you're trading this and you're scalping it, you want to know what your range is on the candle. You got to identify the ATR. If you guys don't understand what ATR is, it's the average true range. It tells you the range of the candle. So when you're scalping, you know what you're looking for. Today's candle is 23 pips. Okay, the total move of today's candle is the range is 23 pips. So if you're scalping inside minus your spread, you can kind of know what you're working with in there. Okay, the more volatile the candles, the bigger the moves. Today it's a tight traded candle. It's consolidating right in this range. See all the daily consolidation, all of the volume closed inside of this area. So I can already identify this area as a trap. Okay, and then what I could be looking for is, if we get the play above here, then we could possibly push up to fill this wick and get into this supply area. Okay, and if we break through it, we could look for a nice push up. So as I'm watching the price action, the big buy would be up there, but I could start to bring this thing down into here. As I see the bullish candle forming, then I could start to bring it down to here. But I'm not a daily trader, so I'm not always waiting for daily candles to close and get in on the next day. I just like to see what it's doing, and then I can start to go to my 4-hour, 15, 5-minute, and I can start scalping inside. But if you're looking for like just some trade ideas on the daily, if it can get above here, this area, then we could potentially look for a buy on this pair long term, like daily traders. And we could look for a bigger move up here. 152 psychological level. What we're looking for is a nice push to come up there and maybe close up there on daily, maybe retest, and then have enough push to try and get it back up to here. But if this thing starts to come down now, it is, you can see it's starting to come down bearish. And if it breaks the low, then it could potentially come down to here, 151.055. And then next is our daily support, could break 151. If that's the case, you're going to see this pair fall back down to here, 150. So if I'm looking for like a sell entry on the daily, I could start to identify possibly this area for a big breakdown. Okay, and right now it's just consolidating in there. And then as the price gets tighter and tighter, guys, what we can do is we can start to bring these orders down and really trap the price. But for now, I'm keeping it up there. But that's what we do. We could trap the price as much as we can. We're price action traders. If you watch us how we do it on like 5-minute frames, then get subscribe to the channel, guys. Watch what we do live. See a couple times, and then you'll start to get the hang of it, guys. If you guys are new here, watch what we do, guys. Watch a couple videos. You can see some most recent streams that we have uploaded on the site, and get to know your price action. Okay, so that's kind of analysis for GBP, JPY, guys. I know a lot of you guys love trading this pair, but that's what we see. Overall bias is it's creating lower highs on the top, so we have to respect that. And this could be another lower high formation forming right here, where it came up, they pinned it coming down. Here's the bearish engulfing candle coming down. So if it breaks right there, guys, if you're scalping tonight, guys, watch this area. Okay, if the pound yen starts to break 151.24, we could potentially come down to 151.06. That's about a 20 pip move, and then maybe it's going to come down to not break 151. So you're looking for a 25 pip move to the downside. This could happen tonight, guys, with this bearish daily candle. If we break down there, it could continue to come down and start filling this wick. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If not, it's just going to trade inside here. Trade inside here. Okay, so guys, I'm going to move on now to pound USD, GBP USD, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying tonight's analysis, guys. If I can get you guys to like the channel, please, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Okay, so this is our pound dollar. A lot of you guys like this pair too. So I'll chart this. Just before I get into that, guys, I just want to show you guys here. This is our free Telegram group, guys. I pinned it at the top of the chat. If you guys would like to get in, this is the free Telegram group. We post a lot of stuff. This was the trade last night on Bitcoin. Okay, so we kind of had it charted like this. We caught the break, and that's where it was for 110, 120 pip move. This is what this was my trade last night. I was testing out like MT4 because last night they launched Fusion Market Brokers, the broker we use for weekend trading. Last week it ran smooth. There was a couple glitches this week where it stopped trading, so we were testing it out, but thankfully when we were in this trade it ran. So you see what I did with a 0.1, guys. I collected 83 pips, 86 pips, 77 pips, so it made big moves, guys. You can really add up when you're using like these 0.1 smaller lot sizes if you're trading currencies, cryptos, things like that really break structure. This was a major structural breakdown. This wasn't just like a small scalp for 5, 10, 15 pips. This was a structural breakdown that we broke down in that Zoom call from 1:30 a.m. until the move happened around 3:30, I believe it happened around there. It was awesome. A lot of our snipers made good coin in that call. This was the trade when the call started, guys. See, I take losses too. I take losses, but you see here, I took a 12 pip loss. That's my risk, about 10, 15 pips, whatever it is. Sometimes I play with price action, I move it, but that was the move there. And yeah, so I took a little bit of a loss as the night started. I felt the trade out. I saw that it was moving bullish, okay, and I thought it was going to move. But then I got stopped out. Then my bias turned to bearish, the overall momentum, and then I was waiting for that structural breakdown, and we caught it. And it was a good trade last night, guys. That was in the Saturday night session that we do. We're going to do those time to time, guys. And we're running a boot camp, guys, if you guys want to get in. November 1st for 1 week, Monday to Friday. Each day is going to be 4.5, 5 hours. This is the schedule breakdown. Monday, what we're going to do, introduce candlestick characteristics, entire families. 8 to 8:30 will be an intermission. Then we're going to go into live trading each day. Tuesday, we'll introduce something else. Wednesday, something else, live trading followed. Thursday, a webinar, then live trading, and then Friday we'll do introduction to sniper strategies, and then we'll have a live Q&A at the end of Friday. So that's going to be an entire week, guys, of a boot camp. It's $99.99. Spots are filling up fast. We're limiting it, and we'll be doing this from time to time. We'd love to have you on there, guys, and learn a lot in that week. Okay, so I'm going to move now to our GBPUSD. Santos, yeah, well, we might have coupons coming out. We'll do something with those. Yeah, you're not the only one that's been asking for that. We'll do something. Okay. Jacob, my man, greatest top-down analyst I've ever seen. All seriousness, the nitty-gritty, my guy. Bro, this is what we do. You know, we take our top-down serious because the top-down really gets you into the scalp mode where we can clean up all those nice little pips inside. But higher time frame, guys, is very, very important. You know, it doesn't. You don't think about it. You don't have to be a daily trader. Not all higher time frame analysis is just means that you're a daily trader. No, you want to know the overall move. I want to know what Bitcoin's doing over time, the last couple months, year. What's happening now? Bitcoin's dropping. Where is it going to catch some support? Where is it going to get some rally? Things like that. You have to know what's going on the daily. Even if you want to be a scalper, guys, believe me, we are 1 minute scalpers. We can go to 30-second scalping, whatever you want. But I still start the calls, trades, whatever I'm doing on the top down. I don't care if I'm scalping a 10-second candle. I still want to know the daily, 4-hour, 15, 5, 1 minute, 30-second, 10-second. I want to know exactly what's going on. That's the way how you want to trade, guys. You don't want to just jump into 5-minute trading and just jump in and because you see a bullish candle, you have no idea what's going on. You might see a little like right here if you just see a little bit of momentum, but you don't know what's above you. You don't know if it's coming from a heavy downtrend, if it's in a consolidation period. You have no idea, okay? So the more you see what's going on the bigger frame and then you start to condense it down is where you can start to see the bigger picture, and you know what happened in the past, you know where it is in the present, so it's with high probability we can predict where it's going to go in the future, guys. Okay, Cameron, thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm just very chill, guys. I'm very chill. You know, trading, guys, requires patience. If you're not chill, like, believe me, I'm an impulsive, but I've learned over years patience and discipline. Believe me, okay? That's what we're trying to stress to everybody here. Just relax when you trade, guys. Impatient trades is what causes all your losses. Look back to your MT4, okay? We all have read MT4, okay? You can look at the history, but you can learn from it. Go back and look at your most recent loss. Maybe you lost 10, 15 pips, whatever it was. Chart it and take a look. What happened? Did you take an impulse entry where maybe if you just waited a little bit more, you wouldn't have been faked out? It would have been just a rejection wick and then it came down, the volume closed below a key support or resistance area, and maybe you would have saved yourself 5, 10, 15 pips, and then you would have understood, if I waited a little longer, then I wouldn't have made that rash decision. So sometimes you got to wait. That's what we were doing last night with Bitcoin, guys. We were trading the 5-minute candles. We can't just make a judgment just because a candle turns green in the first 10, 15 seconds. We're trading 5-minute candles. We have to allow the 5-minute candle to develop, because last night on that big dump, guys, we had it live on we'll get you guys that video. It was recorded. It dumped 100 pips, but the next it dropped 30, 40, 50 pips. The next candle opened green and almost engulfed the previous candle, like 20 pips. But it was in the first 5 seconds that it happened, and then I'm like, we gotta relax. We gotta follow the wicks. We gotta follow the resistance. All of a sudden, it got pinned, and then I'm like, okay, watch now. It's gonna start to exhaust the volume. It was a massive bullish candle. It started coming down with a wick. It started developing into like a spin top, coming down as a pin bar candle, then it flipped as a shooting star, and then it ran down another 50 pips. But that candle could have scared people out of their profits. It could have got buyers coming in and then they got sucked in on that candle, and then it reversed and went the opposite direction. You can't base a candle on the first 5-10 seconds. Okay, if you're trading a 5-minute candle, you have to allow the candle to form. If you're trading a 1-minute candle, you got to allow the 1-minute candle to form. If you're trading a 15-minute candle, you got to make your analysis on the 15-minute closures and open with retest, and if it's breaking key support resistance areas. Okay, that's that, you have to learn that, and it will come, guys. We'll teach you guys this. So thank you, guys. 117 viewers. Now we got above 100. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. If you guys can like the stream, it's almost 10 o'clock. We've been going for almost 90 minutes now. We're going to go a little longer, guys. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. If we get these likes up, guys, I might come back for a bonus London session. Okay? For us, that's 3 a.m. Eastern. Not the best time for us, but I feel like a London session, guys. Okay, so this is GBPUSD now. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so GBPUSD, what has this thing been doing? Okay, since like the last, look at it, all the way back in May. I'm going back to May, guys. I want to trade this tonight, tomorrow, this week. Why the hell am I looking back in May? What's this guy worried about what happened in May? You know, I want to trade over here, but you got to see what happened up here. Okay, so the pound pushed, okay, it was on a big move. The pound was moving, the US dollar was weak. Okay, we got up to, this was the high, 142. I remember trading this, guys, February 16, like this was 2021. We pushed up there, then it came down, we pushed back up, but you see up here, it did not break. Double top, guys. Look at where they wicked it out, guys. Okay, if you watch what they're doing on up here, okay, so we have a top and then here, but then look at all this choppy consolidation, okay, on the daily. So ton of consolidation, guys. There's a perfect trap in there on the daily, and you can trade inside there because you see the range, but it's all barcode action, so it's all trapped in there. Okay, and then you start to see it start breaking down. As the volume is starting to come down, you can see it's forming lower highs, okay, coming down right here. And what is this? A descending triangle. You have a lower descending upper trend line coming down, making lower highs, and eventually it's coming down to a horizontal parallel support line right here. You can see that they held it. Not too much volume ever closed below there. Finally, we get this candle, June 15, 2021. We broke with the volume below. That's a key indicator. Now we got price action break, close on a daily. So when you're doing your next day trading, this candle should tell you everything. You should be watching your open of your next daily candle. It opened, it went bullish, okay? It was a green candle coming all the way up, but it got rejected right at the previous highs, all those wicks right there. Then it started to come down. Once it starts coming down, that's your retest confirmation. You could go into a sell, place your stop loss up here above this price action or above the entire consolidation box, whatever you want, or 50% of this bearish candle. We teach all techniques, guys, where you want to keep it safe with the volume, okay? And once it starts to come down bearish and you break your previous wicks and your own wick on the bottom of the previous day, then it's just dropping. If you follow these candles now, they're making lower highs and lower lows. A pullback is a lower high, lower low. Now it starts to come bullish engulfing, okay? So they established a support level right here. Pulled it back up, and what happened? Creating a lower high and then another push down. So we have a good resistance area right here. Push it down. Volume broke below here. Another tried to pull it back, lower highs. Then they hammer it down again. Comes all the way down here. Push back. So see up here, this is now a big supply zone up here on GU. Now we're creating new areas. Okay, it's coming down. Where did we come down to? It came all the way down to here. Now we're trading inside here. So I can start to see what's going on here. This is a level that they've established right here. Okay, there was some breaks, but for the most part, they kept all the volume inside here. Here's your M break, guys. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Guys, this is your money right here, okay? Here's the push up. Here's your neckline. This was your famous FU candle. Guys, we're going to do a blog on an FU candle. We'll teach you guys about those. The sniper FU candle. We'll teach you all about that. But what that is a liquidity grab. Put some pending orders, and then they take the volume and they drop it, drop it, drop it. Once it breaks right here, then you see the momentum down. Okay, that's your M pattern. M are bullish to bearish reversal patterns. They're easy to spot, guys. Okay, now what's happening down here? What happened to this pair? Okay, so it came up. This is a supply area all day. Okay, up here. This is a supply. And hopefully you guys are charting along with me, okay? I'm on the pound dollar daily time frame. I'm on the Oanda chart for this one. But this was a supply area, okay? There's our famous FU candle, okay? They pushed it down, 3-bar play. Red, green, there's your break. Volume below, retest, get into a sell entry, stop loss up here, run it, okay? And how many pips do you get? For guys that are interested in daily candles and things like that, guys that want to hold, take sells here. That move down to there, you're talking about 170 pips, okay? In 2 days, okay? 150 pips. Okay, if you want to trade daily candles, but you can't use heavy lot sizes, guys. Think about it. You got to be willing to risk maybe 20, 30 pips to make 20, 30, 60, 100 pips. You got to, a minimum, you got to get a 1-to-1 on your trades. So if you're willing to risk, because you got to open it up, this is a daily candle. You can't trade with a 5-pip stop loss on a daily candle or a 10. It's too tight, you know. Daily candles, they move. They got range, the ATR, average true range. If you look at this average true range of this entire red candle, do the math. Put your ruler right to there. It's an 86 pip ATR. So that daily candle is 86 pips. So it moves, okay? But are you willing to risk maybe 20 pips to make 40 pips, 60 pips, 80 pips? Then you got to understand what's going on here, okay? I always look at candles. Like right now, this is today's daily candle. You see this little small candle? Does this make me really excited to scalp GU tonight? Look at it, okay? So what I do is I look at the ATR. What is it? 18 pips, okay? 18 pips is okay for scalping a FX pair, but I like to see something moving a little bit more, you know? Because you got to factor in everything, guys. You got to factor in spreads. You got to factor in commission fees. You got to factor in, is this going to be a small range candle and just consolidate? And then all it is just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's no real momentum. You got to understand what you're trading, guys. That's why you got to be selective with what you're trading. That's why we trade a lot of volatile pairs like gold, US 30, NASDAQ, things that move, especially with news now. We love trading news, red folders, FOMC, NFP, anything like that. It's exciting, guys. You get big moves. As long as you know what you're doing, you're trading with patience and discipline, you're not over leveraging your accounts, and you can continue to grow your accounts. That's what the name of the game is, guys. You want to stay in this game for a while. You don't want to just come in for a couple months and you're out, okay? Believe me, the market will eat you up and spit you out, guys. You got to understand patience. Once you learn that, your psychology of your trading will completely change, guys. And you will be that much better of a trader. But it takes time, guys. It takes time. It takes months and years to perfect a craft like this, okay? I still haven't perfected this craft, and I've been at it for 20 years. Every day is a new daily candle. There's new news. Like, I've never traded through a pandemic and things like that. This is new to me. So whatever they throw at us, like, we got to be ready as traders, you know? Where's the U.S. economy going with inflation, with the U.S. dollar and things like that? So we don't know what's going to happen, but as traders, we have to anticipate where it can go by following price action. That's all we can do, guys. So we combine technicals with fundamentals and the psychology of trading. That's a triple threat, and that's what we do here. Okay, so we broke down, it came down. Do we see any areas? Okay, right here I can see an area right here of continuation. I like to identify this area, and then I can see one more key area down here. Why am I looking at this key area? Because we had a close of volume. That's where this candle has some range, came down there. They closed it right there. That's a 3-bar coming down. And now look at, we're retesting, so it's holding. So this is safe to say on this pair, GU, this is a demand zone down here right now. So what I do with the demand zone on the daily is I do something like this. And then if I go to my 5-minute, 15-minute chart, if I start to see it coming down here on my lower time frame, and then I start to see some buyers coming in, then I have my bias that is coming down to a daily demand zone, and we're getting some buyers, okay? And then it could help me scalping accordingly. Okay, so you see here, this is a daily demand zone now, okay? If we break below here on this pair, I could look for a sell, okay? If we break and close below, right here, then we can possibly come down to here. That's our next low. As soon as we break right there, where could it come down to? Well, look left. We got to look in the past. Where was price? It was that wick right there. Okay, that's too small. I need something more. Yeah, there it is. 135.924. What is the date? July 21st. If we drop down there this week or next week, that was since July 21st we've been down there. But it's holding. Okay, so look what's going on just the last few days. It came down. We have a big monster bullish engulfing candle. Take out everything. We engulfed this entire candle all the way, that daily candle, but it couldn't close up there. It got pushed down a little bit, but still lots of strength. Okay, so we engulfed 3/4 of that candle and this candle. Lots of buying momentum. It reached a level of resistance. Okay, next day, candle opened up, bullish, came here. It's a lower high from the previous high up here. Bearish momentum came down, but right down to our demand zone, pumped back up. Okay, so you can see, why did this candle, this was a very bullish daily candle, but why did the next day come down? Because your overall daily trend up here is heavy. Okay, this was a big drop. So if you look like this was the drop. This green candle is like a pullback, and now they've rejected it down to here. Okay, so we could be forming potentially an extended W pattern. If this green candle can gain some momentum and we start to come up and engulf this red candle, it could come back up here, and then we're looking for momentum to break through here and come up like this. That's what I'm looking for. If that doesn't happen, then we're looking for it to break and come down and do possibly a double bottom down here, but we can grab some pips on that play coming down. And if it loses the double bottom, it's going to just break and it's going to come down. So when I'm looking at this, do you guys see a potential supply area? Right up here, exactly how I have it. Okay, red. Supply, demand, supply. Price might now just bounce around in here on GU until it makes its move, but I know exactly where it could possibly go. Okay, we're right there and right here to these wicks. That's where it possibly could go tonight. If we want to scalp this, this is what I would be looking for. This is like my ATR where it could go move to. It could move from right here. What is the price? 73. It could go up to 93. 20 pips. Right now, tonight. It could move from here to here. And we'll judge what happens when it gets to this previous high. Okay, if it can break through there, then it may come up to 37.20. You might get some additional pips coming up. Okay, so that's how you judge these. And then if I'm looking for the big trades, okay, we could look for something down there. And guys, I'll send all these charts out to the VIP snipers. I'll send them all out right after the call, guys. Okay, and then the big play. And if I'm trading GU, guys, like I go with the price action. Okay, so this is just the bigger play. This is the bigger play if we can get that. Okay, but I'm not waiting up here until that move happens. Like I'm identifying it, but now I'm watching where does this price want to cool off, because I can easily, if I start to see it consolidating in here, coiling up, I could very well bring it down to here and get ready for the move there. But right now, the way how I set up my charts is I look for the bigger plays right now until I see price is going to do something. But that's for GU, guys. So what happened was it's been dropping, okay, it's been coming down. But look over here. So we've got a triple bottom. Okay, so it came down one. Okay, it came back up. There's 2. It came up to there, and this could be the 3rd one. Okay, it could try and break out of there, or it could just be like a lower high, and then they push it down, and then this is where they really break it. Okay, that could happen depending if the US dollar is strong this week. Okay, so that's another pair that you can look at. You can look at the DXY. The DXY is the US dollar index. It's paired with the major currencies of the world. So it's kind of like a basket case with the pound, the euro, the Canadian dollar, the Japanese yen, the Swiss franc, the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. It's all the strength correlated with those other world major pairs of the world. So that's that pair, guys. Guys, thank you guys. 126 viewers. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can like the channel, subscribe if you're new here, guys. We're over 6,000 subscribers. It's amazing, guys. Our next milestone is, man, it would be a dream come true if we can get to 10,000 subs. That would mean so much to Dave and I. We would never ever thought of that, but it's awesome, guys. So what that tells us is you guys are getting a lot of education. You guys are getting a lot of value out of this channel. You guys keep showing us, and we keep providing on YouTube, guys. As long as you guys are learning, you know, not everybody can afford a $30 membership. So, but we still look out for you guys on YouTube. If you guys are learning for free, keep it up, guys. Eventually, if you guys want to come on the mentorship team, would love to have you guys on there, and then you can get to know us. Last night's crypto session was one of the best sessions I've ever had. Saturday night, guys, we started it after the UFC at 1:30. We went till 4 in the morning Eastern time. We caught the break of Bitcoin. It was beautiful, guys. It was one of the best sessions ever, and it was private. It was in the Zoom room. You guys can unmute your mics. We can all talk together. You guys can ask questions while we're trading live. If you guys are in trades, I can go to a trade. I can look what's going on. You guys, we want to work together as a team, where I'm charting something, someone else is charting something, someone else, and then if we start to see a break at a key area, we can all go there as a team and we can trade it accordingly. So it's a great community, guys. We're more like a family. We'd love to have you guys. It's growing very, very fast, guys. So we'd love to have you part of that, guys. Just give me one moment, guys. I just want to show you guys our website. We got a few things going on, guys, some new stuff. So we're in the works of developing an app, guys. So that's coming in the near future. If you guys are interested, what I just talked about, to join the mentorship team, this is it, guys. Join our free Telegram group. It's pinned at the top of the channel because we post a lot of stuff in there. It kind of shows you what we do. Right here, we have if you join for $1 a day, $29.99 a month, and you're grandfathered in that price. When prices when we have it limited time, prices will increase. They're not going to increase crazy, but they are going to increase, just so we can focus a little bit more on the sniper team in the private mentorships. But we have live Tokyo Zoom sessions Monday to Thursday. So Dave and I, we alternate. We do 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We do like shift work. So Dave, right now, he's got 1 more week of New York session, and I'm with the snipers in the mentorship group for these 2 weeks. In the Zoom room, we scalp the Tokyo session, and we do live webinars, guys, 3 days a week. Those are very informative. We have full tutorials, guys. I'll show you that. Full tutorials teaching everything about price action, guys. They're nice tutorials, guys. They're only about 10-12 minute videos, but they're very informative, guys. They teach you a lot. We give trade ideas, but they're not like signals saying buy here, sell here. They are trade ideas, just like I did tonight, guys. Like, this is a trade idea, okay? But we give these. One night we gave it on US 30 on the 15-minute time frame, and it ran 200 pips. And then right after that, we came into London session and we caught the reversal, and we shorted gold and US 30 that night. It was an epic night. It was unbelievable. A lot of guys took that trade idea and they did very well. That's what we do. But understand, it's a trade idea, and it's up to you guys to learn what's going on, not just buy here, sell here. You guys don't learn anything like that. A lot of the guys that came and joined our team came from copy paste groups, signal groups, and they lost a ton of money, what they're telling us. But now they actually recouped their money and they're learning. It's far more better than just a copy paste, guys. You don't learn anything. I am completely against that. So when guys ask, are we copy paste? No, go somewhere else. You know, we don't do that. We want to educate you guys for free on YouTube or $1 a day in the mentorship, guys. It's very affordable. If you just come on the call and we get 30 pips, if you go $1 pip, you pay your membership, guys, and then you get full mentorship. We provide also the sniper chat room. It's unbelievable, guys. We have like a ton of guys in there with so much knowledge. We had another guy came onto the team today. He's an expert in Elliott Wave. You know, just so much knowledge is coming in there, guys. It's unbelievable, guys. It's just a great learning experience. You get full mentorship, guys. Coming soon, if you guys need help with your taxes, Forex, we make money. You have to pay taxes. We have a chartered accountant who's a part of the team, and he'll come with some consulting, guys, if you need your taxes done. Very affordable, amazing, very, very super smart guy. These are extra services we provide. One-on-one private Zoom trading sessions, guys. If you want a one-on-one session, private mentorship, we offer that for $39.99. You get 1 hour. Guys, you can come to us with questions personally. One-on-one is just me, you, Dave, you. It's just us, and we can really go over your questions that you have. We can get into a little bit of live trading, show you guys whatever you guys want help with. We just launched the swag e-store, guys. We got some Stock Sniper hoodies, we got hats, we got t-shirts, things like that. But right now it's only international. It's only shipping to North America until we get international shipping, guys. And these are our links, guys. So there is a lot of scam groups out there saying that they're Stock Sniper trading, guys. These are our links. This is our website. This is our Instagram. This is our Facebook. This is our YouTube. And this is the free Telegram group. So these are all of our links, guys. And would love to, and then this is our website, guys. So if you come to our website, stocksnipertrading.com, if you want to join the free blog, guys, we give a lot of free education. Just scroll to the bottom and you can get blogs, guys. We're proud to say that we're part of the nonprofit in South Africa. We're helping here. We're going to do more and more charity stuff down here. We're helping. So we're very, very proud of that. We donate a lot to needy. That's what we want to do, guys. We want to help the world get back to normal and just get away from all these shitty times that we see. And then we have trade ideas, guys, like trades we take live, breaking down with MT4 tickets and all kinds of stuff. So all you got to do is scroll down to the bottom and you just join the newsletter. Just an email address. We don't spam you with garbage. It's free content, free education. These are links, guys, for our social. Guys, we use Fusion Market brokers. So a lot of guys ask, what broker do we use? We use Fusion Markets out of Australia. They are one of the top brokers I have ever seen for spreads and commissions. Okay, I'm telling real facts. I use them. And I hear what your guys' spreads and commissions are. So I'm just basing on that. The only thing with them is right now they don't accept US residents, American residents, Ontario, Canada, where we are. We're in Ontario, Canada, but we were with these guys years ago, so we got in before legislation and regulations and all of that. Politics came after. So as of now, they don't accept US residents, Ontario, Canada, and New Zealand from what I'm aware of. But everywhere else around the world, you're welcome to sign up with them. Guys, you can just click on the link right here and it will take you directly there. And a very good broker. They just started crypto on weekends and they froze last night for a little bit. They gotta take care of these glitches, guys. But everything else, it's been spot on. Okay, very, very good broker, guys. And if you join the team, these are like our back-end tutorials, guys. So we start off with the basics. What are pips, lots, leverage, slippage, spreads, different type of order types, how to place a buy limit, sell limit, sell stops, things like that. Proper stop loss places. Guys, you want to always trade with stop losses. You don't want to trade reckless in these markets. Okay, you got to understand risk reward, account management, and trade smart if you want to last at this. And then here we go. Introduction to candlestick characteristics. This is the most important course one you will ever have. This tells you exactly what a candle is, the price action. It's got a real body. The real bodies represent the volume of a candle. Green is bullish, red is bearish, sellers, buyers. What do the wicks represent? Yes, the wicks represent the high lows, but what else? What else do these wicks represent? What's the psychology behind these wicks? What's happening? Why do they go up and then they get pinned down? So these are things that we try to teach you. We take it more than just a candlestick, but we are professional candlestick traders. We break down all the most important candlesticks you need to know, and they're nice, easy, informative tutorials, and then we break down the psychology later on. Once you master this, then we teach you about supply demand zones, things like that, order flow. This takes you more as an advanced trader, and you start to really understand how these markets move. And we do everything from the candlesticks. It goes to uptrends, downtrends, accumulation distribution, sniper chopping gaps, the pennant patterns, bullish, bearish pennant patterns, triangle patterns. That's how we caught that Bitcoin break. We caught it on this one, a symmetrical triangle, and then it broke and it spilled over 120 pips last night. M patterns, W patterns, what I was talking about, a real breakdown, easy to follow, ABCD stuff, guys, like similar to our blogs with videos. Then you get into the head and shoulder. We break down all the technical indicators. Guys, we use technical indicators, MACD, RSI, stochastics. We've used them all, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci's. We've mastered them. We've used them. But we are strictly price action traders, but we'll use one extra indicator here and there for some confluence, a 200 EMA, things like that. Moving averages, we can teach you all about that. Then strategies, guys. You learn more about bullish bearish divergence, how to properly use a Fibonacci tool, things like that, guys. And then webinars, guys. We do 3 webinars a week. They're all recorded and uploaded to the website. So we do a lot of that stuff, guys. Yeah, guys. So that's basically Sunday night, guys. I'm going to try, guys. Thank you guys so much for the 140 viewers. I'm going to do my best to come back for London session. I really want to trade London. And if we do it, it'll be approximately 3 a.m. Eastern, maybe a little earlier. We'll get pre-London. And we'll be trading that. And then tomorrow morning, guys, Dave will be doing New York with you guys all week, Monday to Friday, approximately 8 a.m. Eastern. Good week, guys. We might have some nice folder announcements, and might be a good week of trading. Is there anything that you guys have questions before I leave? Look at gold, guys. Gold is continuing to pump. Look at the daily candle, guys. Okay, so it's pushing US 30, guys, on the daily. Okay, it's starting to come down a little bit. Okay, so we'll see. Later on, when hopefully I come back for London, we'll start scalping inside. Yep, Marco, you can use Fusion Market on Asian time. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, guys, if there's no further questions, guys, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys this week. To the snipers, guys, I'll be in the Tokyo session with you guys. Tomorrow's webinar is we're going to introduce TradingView, how to navigate around it, and then we'll get into some charting and things like that. We'll teach you the different tools, what to use, and just the basics, technical indicators, and we'll clean that up, and then we'll get... we'll have a good week, guys. So thanks so much for everybody joining. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, and we'll have another successful week this week with learning and earning. And thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night with family, guys. I'm going to go catch the second half of the football game, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Have a good day. Peace out, guys. Thank you.